Artificial light, so it helps a lot the visibility. But even though it's dark, so all your reference points get shifted, all your driving line they disappear. So you have, of course, to adapt yourself. At the end, you manage to get the speed, and then you drive like with the daylight.
Number 43, Land Porsche, start to make their way back up the leaderboard. They were down to 30th, but now up to 18th overall. It's a tough battle for the Porsche collective. Fock number 12, also in the GT3, have real problems and drop back from a podium position to the lower half of the field. It looks like their race is over. In the Porsche 997 Cup category, number 33, the Italian De Lorenzi Racing 2, jump up the rankings from their earlier problems and are knocking on the door of the top 10. The A6 class is the fastest by far, but the Hungarian Bovi Motorsport and the Brokernet Silver Sting from the SP2 class is giving them a run for their money and has snuck into the top 10. Local team number 26, the Saudi Falcons, are sitting comfortably in fourth for the past few hours. They just need to keep their Porsche 997 consistent and avoid any trouble, and they could be on the podium.
Yeah, it was perfect. I mean, we just climbed up the ladder, and compared to the fast guys in front of us, we were competing their times. So it's looking good. I've got experience here through for the past 5 years, and you know, you finish the race tomorrow. You don't finish it today. So we just took it step by step.
Next Porsche in the running is 2 Limit Arabia, number 18, with endurance specialist Jeroen Blekemolen on the team. They're pushing hard for a podium, currently in 5th. There's a spectacular battle for second place between the number 4 Ferrari F430AF Corse and the top Mercedes SLS AMG number 7. They keep changing positions, with the 6.2-liter Mercedes SLS AMG having to make more fuel stops than the 4-liter Ferrari. Heiko Motorsport make up 14 places and post some of the quickest lap times of the day.
The performance is still good. We're still pushing and still can do the quickest lap times. We lost a little bit, we lost a few laps because we had fuel problems, but not on the car, on the fuel stations over there, and we got not enough fuel in the car. But this is the reason that we are some laps behind. But we came from 19 back to now to 5th. And it's still a long time to go. I mean, everything is possible, but the BMWs are strong. It will be difficult to catch them if they have no problems. But anyway, we never give up. We will push hard. I like the race very much. It's very interesting, especially this Code 60 we have right now again. It's always different. I never have done this before. It needs a bit of time to get used to it, but the circuit is very good. The weather is awesome, and the atmosphere is excellent because the people are very friendly. Everybody tries to settle everything for everybody perfect, and yeah, this makes everyone happy here.
With number 76 BMW still in the lead, Schubert's second car, number 77, is making its way back up the field. Boris Said was hit from behind earlier in the race, and they're now working hard to contest the top 5 spot. Bill Alberlin heads into the pits with flaming brakes for a driver change and a new set of front pads.
The car goes faster at night than it does in the day. The tires are better, the engine's better, the brakes are better. If you use your instinct, the track is the exact same track it was. You just have to drive knowing what's in your head, and you push and push because you know other people, a lot of them can't do it. I love the track. It's a good track. It meets my style. BMWs love any track. Everybody knows BMW wins everywhere we go, so it's just too bad it's not our car up front, but we will never give up. I love this place. I hope I get invited back next year.
There are still over 8 hours to go in the race. Some of the crew are finding it harder to maintain Auberlin's level of motivation during the later hours and are grabbing a moment to sleep whenever and wherever they can. As the sun starts to rise, the air warms and a gentle southerly wind starts to blow. The drivers experience a special moment as the light creeps onto the track and the spectacular skyline of Dubai is once again visible. Then it's heads down and on with the racing. Once the sun is up, you can see the rubber marbles left on the track after the hours of racing. If you stray too far off the line, it could be treacherous. The number 4 Ferrari is having no problems and is sitting solidly in third.
It's very hard because after the night, everybody are tired and the track is very, very dirty. And we are still fighting for the podium, so no one going and relax, everybody pushing, and we have to still pushing again. Car is still good, the balance is very good, and it's not easy maintain the good balance, because if you go outside the right line, you have some problem to clear the tires, but we are lucky because our car has a very good handling. Yeah, the last stint I pushed and I had some contact with another car, but was light, and it was a last stint pushing. From now we're working on the map control, and that's it. I think that for the moment there are other 3 cars that are pushing hard, Mercedes and Porsche, and we have to starting working on the fuel consume also to make a long stint. That is our strategy for the moment.
We are at 3/4 distance at the 24 hours of Dubai. It's just past 8 o'clock in the morning. Everybody's getting a bit tired. Our conditions at the moment are changing very rapidly. We're going from nighttime, probably around about 13, 14 degrees Celsius, I guess, to daytime up to 25, 26, 27 degrees, and that goes pretty rapidly. It also appears that there's a bit of wind, so we'll have a lot of dust on the track that'll prove very slippery. In general, not an awful lot has changed as far as the top of the leaderboard is concerned. Is still the Need for Speed number 1 car leading, the number 76. As far as the other classes is concerned, I'm quite surprised by the speed of the Valspar Donkervoort, which is a small, nimble car. It looks like the Lotus Super 7s from back in the old days. This looks like it, but it's a very modern car built in Holland. They're so light, and they've got such a good setup that they only use a very limited amount of tires. Many of the top teams change tires every hour, each pit stop. They change tires maybe 3 times, 4 times during the whole race. That's quite incredible.
In the overall standings, we see Need for Speed Schubert 1 are in the lead by almost 4 minutes to the top Mercedes AMG number 7 of the Black Falcons. They're keeping an eye on the 3rd team as Ferrari really want it. Into the final 6 hours, the end is in sight. Some of the cars have a comfortable lead in class, others have a chance of a podium and need to push as hard as they can. The top teams have now done over 430 laps. Number 23, Bovie Motorsport, emerges from the night session. They are SP2 class leader by almost 20 laps and are hovering in 10th place overall. There are plenty of small cars in Dubai 24, and Autosport GP2 with the orange Clio are leading the A2 class. Nipping at their heels is Bessaplast Racing with the number 35 Mini Cooper S. Over the last 6 hours, they've been steadily climbing the rankings and have made it into the top 30 overall.
This is my first 24-hour race, and this is the reason why I'm so nervous, but I just like to enjoy and have a very nice weekend. The Mini is very special because you can drive it like a go-kart, and you can brake very, very late. And we don't have so much power like the other cars, so you have to be careful on the track. This is the main thing. I think in our class we could do a very good job with this car.
The black BMW of JR Motorsport, dominating the A3T class, has a chance for a top 15 overall finish. The 2 to 3 liter A4 class is full of BMWs, with the fastest being Duo Racing in the all-white number 53 130i Challenge. The Porsche 997 category is highly contested, with the lead changing many times over the first part of the race. Into the last few hours, no one can catch De Lorenzi Racing 2 in the white and red number 33 Porsche. The D1 category has been dominated by VW Racing Austria 1 in the 2 liter Golf VR TDI. They're using the same engine as their teammates in the Sirocco, who've struggled with an oil explosion. Jordan.NL Red Camel 2 have been racing really hard in their Seat Leon TDI and hope to catch the Austrians in the closing stages of the race.
In this 24-hour race, you can do it on high or on lower or on the lowest level you'd like. To get everything from Holland here, it's not that difficult, because the organization, they have arranged everything very, very good. From everywhere on the world, they have made an offer for a container and shipping, so everything is arranged by the organization. We get our drivers from all over the world. It's very important that the driver has the good mentality. That's the most important. You first have to finish when you want to finish first. So don't break the car, go drive good lap times, don't burn the tires, be a good team player. The feeling in the team is good, no damage, no issues, so we go to the finish with 3 of our cars. That's what we hope.
The overall classification is down to the A6 class. These GT cars are the fastest on the track. 2 Limit Arabia in the 911 GT3R have been pushing hard after early problems. They were up to 2nd, down to 11th, and are now in the top 5. Number 76, Need for Speed Schubert 1, just need to keep posting good, consistent times. They're in the lead by over 3 minutes going into the last quarter of the race. They're not posting the fastest lap times, but they've stayed out of trouble and are not pitting as often as the Mercedes. Black Falcons have one more final pit stop. They have some technicals and lose time. The 76 BMW gains some more breathing space. The leaders have a gap of 3 laps, so the battle for second is now on with